One of the most obvious facts about living things is that they are found in an almost unbelievable number of varieties. From fast-moving one-celled animals, only visible under a microscope, to gigantic elephants. There are brightly colored animals that look like plants, animals in the shape of stars, balls, then flat animals, long skinny animals, animals that fly, that swim, that crawl. And there are also plants that come in every size, shape, and color. There are trees that can live to be thousands of years old. And there are strange mushrooms and fungi that disappear in a few days. The fact is, biologists have recorded well over 1 million kinds of living things, and many millions more remain unrecorded. Let us see how, by learning to recognize certain patterns, biologists are able to classify living things into special groups, and, as a result, are better able to understand the relationships that exist among the fantastic variety of life forms that inhabit this planet. The classification system in use today places each living thing into a series of specific groups based on similarities and differences in body structure, color, behavior, and so on. The first and largest group into which any living thing can be classified is its kingdom. This is followed by its phylum or division, then its class, order, family, genus, and finally its species. Methods of classification are constantly changing. About 30 years ago, only 2 kingdoms, plant and animal, were used in classification. But today, most biologists use a new classification system based on 5 kingdoms. Now, a living thing can be classified either as a Moneran, a Protist, a fungus, a plant, or an animal. With well over 1 million types of living things inhabiting the world, classifying them all into logical categories is a big job. To better understand how all the basic types of living things are classified, let us begin by taking a look at the 5 kingdoms of life. Every living thing is made up of at least one cell. Although most cells are so small they can only be seen under a microscope, they are still the basic building blocks of life. A drop of water from a pond can contain millions of living things of many different types, and many are made up of only one cell. These one-celled organisms are the simplest living things and belong to either one of 2 kingdoms. The one-celled members of the kingdom Monera contains the smallest and most ancient forms of life. Some of today's Monerans look almost exactly like the fossils of the earliest forms of life that first appeared on Earth over 3 billion years ago. Monerans are unique because their single cells lack separate nuclei within their cytoplasm. Monerans can be animal-like, such as these bacteria that must absorb food in order to survive. Some of these Moneran bacteria cause serious diseases in other living things. But some are helpful and live in the intestines of human beings where they produce needed vitamins. Monerans can also be plant-like, such as these blue-green algae that can make their own food from water, carbon dioxide, and sunlight by photosynthesis. Many scientists think of blue-green algae as the simplest type of plant. Members of this kingdom, the Protists, are very tiny living things that were once called the protozoa. These creatures are much larger than bacteria and have only one cell. But unlike Monerans, their cells have a separate nucleus, and the cytoplasm of their cells is much more complicated than Moneran cells. Just as with the Monerans, There are animal-like protists, such as this euploides, that can actively seek out food, or this paramecium that moves by wiggling little hairs on the outside of its one-celled body. Euploides and paramecia are like animals because they cannot make their own food. One-celled algae are the protists that are like plants. They can make their own food by photosynthesis. These algae are very important because they provide food for many other life forms, and they also make huge amounts of oxygen. For the oceans and other bodies of water are filled with these tiny creatures. Some of these simple plants move about just as swiftly as animal-like protists, and many clump together to create colonies of cells, a feat which probably led to the creation of the many-celled creatures found in all of the 3 other kingdoms of living things.